Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to travel to Israel on the 27th and 28th of February. This will be his first visit to the country in his third term. It also comes after a gap of nearly 9 years. Israel has already extended a formal invitation and preparations are underway on both sides. Israel's ambassador to India, Reuven Azar, confirmed that Prime Minister Netanyahu has invited PM Modi to visit Israel and expressed hope that the visit will take place soon.
Well, there are consultations in this regard. I think it's very important both for India and for Israel to explore all the ways that are possible in order to enhance trade and make sure that logistically we can reduce the costs of trade and the speed of delivery. Of course, this is also dependent on other countries as well, but I think there is many things that we can do together in order to make that happen. We have a task force in the Israeli government led by the Minister of Transport that actually investing not only time but also resources in creating infrastructures within Israel to facilitate such trade that hopefully will increase in volume together with the increase in the Indian economy and the Indian trade.
My last question about, can you provide some update about the PM Modi's visit to Israel?
Well, what I can confirm at this point is that we have invited, the Prime Minister Netanyahu has invited the Prime Minister, and we hope to see him soon in Israel.
The timing of this visit is important. India and Israel are looking to deepen strategic cooperation at a moment of high regional and global tension. The focus areas are clear: defense, advanced technology, agriculture, cybersecurity, and counter-terrorism. These are sectors where the partnership has steadily grown, often away from the spotlight. Earlier this month, Prime Minister Modi and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held talks for the second time in just 2 months. During those conversations, both leaders reiterated a zero-tolerance approach to terrorism. Netanyahu briefed the Indian side on the Gaza peace plan, while PM Modi restated India's long-standing position: support for a just and durable peace, respect for humanitarian law, and protection of civilians. India was among the first countries to condemn the October 7, 2023 terror attack by Hamas. At the same time, New Delhi has consistently called for restraint and humanitarian access in Gaza. This balanced approach has defined India's West Asia diplomacy in recent years. The upcoming visit also builds on strong ministerial engagement. Last year, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Trade Minister Piyush Goyal traveled to Israel. In return, senior Israeli leaders visited India, including the economy, finance, and foreign ministers. Both sides have now signed the terms of reference to formally launch negotiations for a free trade agreement. An Israeli delegation is expected in Delhi later this month to push those talks forward. Trade is only one part of the picture. The visit is also expected to give fresh momentum to the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, or IMEC. The corridor was launched in Delhi during the G20 Summit in November 2023. It aims to connect India to Europe through the Middle East, cutting logistics costs and speeding up trade. Israel's ambassador to India, Reuven Azar, has confirmed that consultations on IMEC are underway. He has said Israel is investing in infrastructure and logistics to support increased trade with India. The project, however, depends on coordination with multiple countries across the region.
Well, there are consultations in this regard. I think it's very important both for India and for Israel to explore all the ways that are possible in order to enhance trade and make sure that logistically we can reduce the costs of trade and the speed of delivery. Of course, this is also dependent on other countries as well, but I think there is many things that we can do together in order to make that happen. We have a task force in the Israeli government led by the Minister of Transport that actually investing not only time but also resources in creating infrastructures within Israel to facilitate such trade that hopefully will increase in volume together with the increase in the Indian economy.
India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri recently said IMEC featured prominently in discussions with European Union leaders during negotiations on the landmark India-EU Free Trade Agreement. According to Misri, there is now consensus to take IMEC forward through higher-level consultations, eventually leading to a summit of member countries.
IMEC you mentioned, as you know, connectivity is a very important thread in the agenda between India and the EU. And indeed, it was on the agenda today. There was a discussion about it. And there was consensus on the fact that the IMEC initiative is one that should be taken forward, and we should now graduate from the working level meetings that have taken place to higher level meetings, culminating in a summit of the IMEC member countries. So between Europe and India, we are united on this, and we will take this forward with the other collaborators within IMEC.
PM Modi's last visit to Israel in July 2017 was historic. He became the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the country. Prime Minister Netanyahu accompanied him through most of the trip, an honor usually reserved for US presidents. That visit marked 25 years of full diplomatic relations and cemented cooperation in defense, water technology, innovation, cybersecurity, and counter-terrorism. That visit also sent a clear signal. PM Modi did not travel to Ramallah or meet Palestinian leaders during the Israel trip. This reflected India's de-hyphenated policy, engagement with Israel on its own merits without linking it to other relationships. Security concerns remain central to the partnership. On International Holocaust Remembrance Day, Ambassador Azhar raised alarm over Hamas leaders interacting in Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Unfortunately, we see that the atrocious attack of the 7th of October 23 has inspired so-called different terrorist organizations around the world to commit such crimes. We've seen occurrences like that, for example, in Palgam, in which people were murdered based on their religion. We think that this is something that we have to fight against, and the fact that Hamas has been interacting in the region, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, these are things that I think have to make us all worry. We are engaging. We have engaged and we are engaging in dialogue regarding these issues, and I hope we will find ways to protect ourselves from future attempts to engage in terrorist activities against us.
As PM Modi prepares for this trip, the message is clear. India and Israel see each other as long-term strategic partners. In a volatile region and an uncertain world, the visit is expected to reinforce cooperation on security, trade and connectivity, while positioning India as a steady and influential player on the global stage.